Oh, 1 second, all right. Also, wait, this from now himself, Tyrese Gibson. Little Colin, ladies and gentlemen. An audience as important as the urban world audience.
Yeah, I was just saying it was incredible. I had a blast and like screened the movie a few times and had great reactions. But I mean, New York, man, this is like I was trying to find an apartment online. Like I don't think I'm gonna move on out here. I love it. Thank you so much.
My adrenaline was just rushing and racing my heart and still beating pretty fast. And I love us. I'm so happy to be black and watching it. It just feels good. It feels good to be home and to be watching this movie here with everybody. It was your first time seeing it, right? So I feel like, bro, like I've done the script, but I forgot all about that. It's different when you're actually watching it. And I keep looking at Deon like, you did this?
Right.
Freak me out.
Yeah, you great.
Real great.
Tyrese, a lot of people in the audience were screaming out baby boy. So we'll projects, okay? Jody done rolled up many times, but what did you think of seeing it with the audience yourself? I mean, I know you've been a part of many projects and been in many audiences. What was it like to watch it today with this crowd for you?
Wow.
Yeah.
Like crying again.
I'm just so humbled and grateful right now. I can't even look up.
Aww.
All right.
You know, moments like this, I would leave this moment and I would call John Sidney.
Oh.
Because other than Jesus Christ himself, it's all glory. I remember how many times I told John no, that I didn't want to act. I was singing, doing my music, and he just kept calling me. You a movie star, you were this. I'm like, nigga, get off my phone. You know, I'm on stage, this is about Sweet Lady and Lightening, and I'm getting all these girls, and I turn out the grill, and I'm like, you trying to put me on the movie set? What are you talking about? And, you know, I just cannot believe that I'm here, and this was not just another opportunity to be in a movie. I really feel blessed, and I feel like Deon Taylor, who we have to give some more love to right now. I feel like Deon came into this movie really thinking about the shoulders that he was standing on. Really thinking about, as a filmmaker, when he's been into every meeting in Hollywood with ideas, pitching, I can direct, I got what it takes. And while everybody else is looking at a movie, I'm looking at a man who committed and overcommitted himself to every frame of this movie to say, I'm in the game now, coach. And stepping into his greatness. And you killed it.
Yes.
I was on the set, and when I seen her get all dressed with the hair and makeup, I was like, shit, I don't even know who you are right now. I was on the set, she had the cornrows cracking. You know what I mean? It was so cracking. I was like, damn, you clean up well. But I'm just grateful, and you guys, y'all energy while watching this movie, y'all just made us really believe that we really are on the side. It's a lot of movies out here. Y'all are so focused and engaged and clapping and cheering and rooting and screaming. I'm like, man, we really did some shit.
Some of the gunshots, we forgot we was up there jumping too. I'm like, jumping. That's really good.
I love that. So
So there, like Tyrese was just saying, there are so many films, there are so many stories being told right now. Why? First of all, thank you for sharing a story that puts Black women at the front, fighting. Being morally right and going for what's right, no matter what anyone says about you, and I think that's so powerful. And Naomi Harris, goodness gracious, like what a performance from her. But why this story and why now? This is about an African American cop. Why now? Why this story now?
Yeah, you know what? It's an interesting, a lot. It was a perfect storm for the movie. When they handed me the screenplay to this, I had never been on a studio film, and I was happy. Eric McKenna handed me the script and was like, "Do whatever you want to do to it." And when I read it, immediately it sparked interest because I had never ever, and then I looked this up later, I had never seen a film with a Black female lead as a police officer in cinematic history.
Wow.
And when I researched and found out this would be the first movie, it blew my mind. And then secondly, you know, I was raised by a single mother in Gary, Indiana, and in the projects with nothing but her. And my mom became my dad, my mom became my basketball coach, my mom fought for me and my brothers. I've seen my mom get into fights at basketball tournaments. So it was easy for me because I've always watched strong Black women my entire life. And that's always been foreign to me over the last 35 years. I hear people be like, yeah, what about a Black woman? And people guess about it. Like, there's no guessing with me. So this was an easy call. Being able to get someone like Naomi was pretty incredible. I had seen her work. I had no idea she was English, and I had seen her work in Moonlight. And after I seen her in Moonlight, I went and did the research and found out she was in 5 movies that I absolutely loved, and I never identified her. So I was like, wait, this is the same girl in Pirates of the Caribbean and James Bond, and I said, who is that? And I fell in love with her. And I FaceTimed her and asked her to do this film. And she had never been the lead in the film, and she was just like, I would love to work with you, you know? And she had seen The Intruder, which was really cool because she loved what Dennis Quaid did in that film. And she was like, however you got him to do that, like, I would like to be a part of something like that. And when I watched the movie tonight with everyone here, what a beautiful portrait that she painted for all of us. I mean, I'm watching her and I'm looking at all these beautiful women out here and I'm like, that's the superhero movie right there. You know what I mean? And I'm just blessed, like I said before, to even be here, man. So those are the reasons that went into me taking a job and shooting a movie with a studio. If they had not given me the liberties, I would have never worked with a studio ever. Yeah, so that was kind of cool.
Yes. And I feel like one of the most moving and powerful scenes was when you were getting arrested as Mouse, and there was the tear falling from your eye. And yes. You both about what you guys, how you prepared for that scene, and what you wanted audiences to really see in that moment.
You know, I was excited because that was a really powerful moment on the set for us. And I was challenging, and I still am challenging for this film once it gets out wide. I want people to watch it. I want to hear what a lot of the critics think about that moment. And why I want to ask that and challenge critics, because that really means something to us. The fact of the matter is that when you're African American, when you're Black in this country right now, since 3-4 years old, when the police pull up behind my mom, everybody has to sit up and not turn around. We're scared. When you get pulled over as a teenager, we're scared. And if you have had trouble or felonies or have any issues with the law or in your past, At any second, you can go back to jail and be killed, right? And that moment for this character, Miles, was so powerful based on the fact that he was an ex-felon. He does have a record. So at a moment's notice, if that police officer just feels like handcuffing him, which he did, and putting him in the car, this dude could be going back to jail for 2-3 years. It don't matter whose birthday it is, don't matter who's sick. And Tyrese was brilliant enough in this moment to make me understand that tear was for everyone who has had to deal with that moment in their lives. And I was blown away, and that was real from him. And very tough day on set, but a beautiful moment, no doubt. So.
Man, I'm probably, I'm always talking. I don't have much to say right now. Jesus. Yeah, this was, it was not acting for me. It was just recalling, recalling. There's a lot of actors out here that could make you believe that they've experienced some shit that they really didn't. That's what acting is. But I watched the videos all night. Eric Garner, I Can't Breathe. I mean, the whole list of show me your ID, reach for your ID, get killed. Every clip of police brutality that has happened in the last 5 to 7 years. And I felt like I had to carry the torch to be the voice that they don't have because they're dead in a box. They got flowers on their grave. They got kids and grandparents and uncles and cousins and friends and homies in the hood that will never see them ever again. And they didn't do shit. I called the cops in this scene because I thought I was getting robbed or somebody broke in my store. And I almost got killed while calling for help. And it was, when Deon said it was a rough day on set, is because we were having kind of this back and forth about how to capture the moment and not rush it and just stay in it and not feel the need to cut and go and shorten it. I'm like, if these white people who are out of touch with the sensitivities of what we live every day, if we have one moment in this movie to make them care or say, oh shit, for whatever reason, I became him in that moment. And where I normally don't care, I suddenly care. Though all of these things is what created the motivation for the tears. And yeah, I got a lot of dead homies in Watts, Compton, Long Beach, South Central. And I used all of that for that moment. Thank you.
When I say, you remind me of all the times, like my cousins or my sisters or even myself, when we get real upset, you had that look in your eye. I was like, I know that look. You about to beat somebody up. But you played such an important role. You literally saved the day at the end. Tell me a little bit about where your inspiration for Missy came from, where you drew. And you're such a nice person, I have to say. So tell me where you really drew to make sure that you were able to show us this woman who's obviously been through a lot, but is still here, still standing. Well, I'm from Philly. I'm from Philly.
Okay.
So, I mean, it was really about, you know, pulling from my own life experiences, pulling from my friends. I have friends who have run-ins with the police and who are now, you know, either incarcerated or dead. So it's really just about pulling from reality. Growing up in Philly was all the motivation and the inspiration that I needed for this character. We all know someone who's like this character. I could have been that character if I had made the choices that I made. So I think it's important for the audience to, you know, like you said, be able to see that character and see your sister, see your cousin who are living those experiences as we speak. And I know at first, you know, it seems like she's a hothead and she's rebellious, but, you know, you empathize with her because you see in this she has a heart. And not everybody in the hood or in the projects are bad or evil, you know, they're just a product of their circumstances. So I believe we still have to tell those stories for our people so they can see themselves and also see the change within themselves at the end of the movie. Yeah.
To all of the press and media that's here, by a show of hands, I just want to know blogs, websites, press media that's still here. I don't say this that often, and I've been in the game for a nice little while now. We need y'all on this one. You know, lunches and dinners and, you know, make me feel good and make me feel warm and fuzzy and maybe I'll write something great about your movie. We need y'all. We need y'all. October 25th, it's about to get real. I can tell y'all right now, I got 30 million on Facebook. I got almost 12 million on Instagram, and if the headline's right, I'm gonna tag you with it. You know what I mean? I'm city's love. So, you know, I'm trying to get our numbers up out of here. You know what I'm saying? But we need you. We need you. We really, huh? That's the word? Okay. See what you're doing. See what you're doing.
I will echo that for a moment though. You know what? Normally, this was tough, man. We shot this movie in 24 days.
Wow.
That's a piece of
Dante Spinozzi, who is my cinematographer on the movie.
Yes.
For those that don't know who he is, Dante shot Heat, Last of the Mohicans, Public Enemies, LA Confidential, 70-year-old Italian man who me and him fell in love with each other. And there were moments with him at 71, 72 years old, at 4 o'clock in the morning, when everyone was laying down, where he was like, I hate when you're independent. And I'm fighting to get one more shot. And studio executives were like, yo, what is going on? And I understood very quickly that I wouldn't be able to return to shoot anything. The last scene of the film, which I was sitting there watching with Tyrese, inside the body cam office with the other cop, we literally shot the entire scene in 6 minutes. Did 24 setups in 6 minutes with a running camera at 2 o'clock in the morning to shoot that. And we almost passed out. But I understood very quickly that there was no tomorrow. And a lot of people don't understand filmmaking and don't understand independent filmmaking. That's the world I come from. I've done 20-hour days. I've been with Grips and Electric and camera people where they're like, D, I can't go again. And because you don't have any money to come back. You know, The Intruder we shot for $3 million in 20 days. People don't understand how hard and treacherous that is. You don't have any time. And when you're able to get a performance like this, performance like that, and deliver a film like that at the studio level in that many days, we do need you guys to write something nice and support what we're trying to do as black filmmakers. You know what I mean? We really do. And we need the audience and the people that's out here supporting us to really go out and support the movie. We don't have $500 million in P&A, we have you guys to tell other people to go check out the movie and support Deon and Tyrese.
Before I walked in the theater, they told me that today's audience, along with the press and PR, will actually be the first press and PR on any level that our movie is going to get.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. That's great. Yay!
Everybody set the tone. I do want to send a special shout out to someone who actually just jumped on the plane from Atlanta.
Yeah.
We talking about Mr. Zamunda and Wakanda himself. Mayor Kasim Reed is here from Atlanta. Make some noise for the Mayor Kasim Reed. Black excellence. All black excellence.
Yeah, it's pretty excellent. But Mayor told me to wrap it up. I do have to say.
Wrap it up for what?
So listen, I started off early and I'm gonna say this one more time. This is for everybody here that's film enthusiasts, people that want to be in the business, people that want to be in the space. Listen to what I'm gonna say, leaving here. If you're an actor, writer, director, do not wait for someone to hook you up. Hook yourself up. Once you build whatever it is you're building, then they come. There is no agent that can make you a star. There is no manager that can put you on. And I want to pitch that to you guys because this is like a master class right now. You have to go write the script, go out there, fall down, bust your face, get back up, give it to somebody else, rewrite it, throw it away, and do it again. And if you're not willing to do that, then you're not willing to get in the industry. And I'm telling everyone out there that looks just like me, because I was doing that for 5 years. It took me 15 years to sit right here. I went into every room and told me no twice. Sometimes they say go out and come back and tell them no again. Finally, somebody was like, yo, you gotta go get your own money and make your own movie. Once I did that, people looked and then they still didn't help. So I'm telling everybody out here, as you guys come to these great festivals, you see all these people putting these great movies up here. This is not microwave. You gotta actually get in the oven and cook. Please go out and be great, man.
Guys, thank you so much for staying and hold it up for Deon.